We might be. Hi, everybody. Looks like we're right on time. So thank you. Got, oops, except my banner popped up. That's not supposed to pop up. Sorry about that. We've got John Bellis from Arizona. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, John. And
Thank
we
you.
have, oh, I'm getting notices over there. Sorry about that. And we have Mandy from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Say welcome, Mandy.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad that you guys are here. So, I wanted to start off. I like starting off with like a funny story, like a funny real estate story, something that's happened to you, or some embarrassing story. So, have either one of you ever been caught on doing anything on the cameras inside of a home or on the Ring doorbell?
I personally know.
Nothing totally embarrassing, no. Though I think the last buyer that we had a camera inside, I warned them, I'm like, don't. And the husband forgot that there was a camera. So he was talking about how much he loved the house. It was the house they ended up buying. But I was like, hey, there is a camera. And he was like, this house is trash. I hate this house. And really,
It's
I
kind
don't know if
of
that's better.
it's kind of weird, though, right, to be inside somebody's home and they're watching you.
Yeah.
Um, and then you kind of forget, right? So I don't know if you guys saw the um, the video ring camera that was just published on like for real estate agents where the realtor drank milk. So what would you think? I mean, kind of ballsy, but he is a realtor. He's inside somebody else's house showing it to his buyers. Opens the refrigerator. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, it is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Well, and on a seller perspective, I had a buyer's agent bring in a puppy into someone's house that lived there. And it was all caught on ring. And so I had to address it, obviously.
Well, I'm telling you, this dude takes the jug out of the refrigerator, takes a swig of the milk, and puts it back in there. And he's caught on video camera doing it. So, I mean, A, who would drink out of somebody else's canister of milk? But B, who would put it back in there?
Right.
Really? But I was following up on it because I was just mesmerized that anybody, any real estate professional would have done that and thought it was okay. But he did get like a $17,000 fine for it. But I thought that was insane. I just couldn't believe he did that.
Totally crazy.
Yeah, and I've had one that brought a dog in because the dog needed to. She couldn't buy a house until she saw if the dog liked the house.
Okay.
Which was interesting. But before I did it, I did call the listing agent and ask if it was okay if I brought the dog in. Because some people are allergic. I mean,
Right.
you know.
You never
Right. Yeah.
know.
So then, do you
Yeah.
advise your people to have cameras, take them down? What do you advise people to do with those cameras when you have the listing?
They can watch all they want, but I just tell them they're not supposed to listen.
Yeah, that's right. Well, like, it gets to be. I was noticing that MLS was starting to address it a little bit, but still, it's still interesting. But they do listen. Let's be clear. I had a seller that they said that was the best feedback they ever got was to watch the Ring camera and see what the buyer said on the way out and on the way in. Yeah,
It's the most honest feedback, I'm sure.
it is the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It is the most honest feedback. So how are y'all doing? I haven't talked to either one of you very long in a long time. So everybody good?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Business is good. Life is good. Summer's seemingly over. We start school really early here. So school just started this last Thursday here in Arizona,
Okay.
Mhm.
but it's still 110 degrees. So it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like
Oh,
summer's supposed to be over.
so our school doesn't start usually until the end of August, and that is because we're a huge tourist section where everybody comes down. So because of that, there's a law in place actually that because to allow the business owners time to get those tourist season in, we don't start school until the end of August.
Hmm.
What about you, Mandy? When do y'all start school?
We start, I think, the first week in September now.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't, my kids are out of school now, but last time I checked, it was like August 27th or something. But so if you're talking about solar panels, do y'all have any experience at all with solar panels? And I'm bringing it up because I personally recently have had more and more, uh, uh, not necessarily issues, but have more and more people with solar panels, either the seller or the buyer. So it's starting to pop up where I've never had that before. What about you guys?
I've only ever had one person buy a home with solar panels. Obviously, we just made sure they were paid off, but they were happy about it.
See, and it a lot of people are happy, and it definitely helps you on that bill. But what we're having, and John, do you have any experience? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I mean Arizona, because we have like 300 some odd days of sun a year, so we're an ideal candidate. I probably get door knocked at home um, by a solar salesman at least 2 or 3 times a month.
Oh, wow.
So solar's really popular here. So I don't know. I would say maybe one in like 6 or 7 houses have solar here.
So then,
So we deal with it quite a bit.
That's a lot. Yeah.
that's a whole
Yeah.
lot because we're not seeing it very much until recently. Like I said, they're starting to pop up, but not nearly as much as that. So are you finding in your area, because they are popular, are they adding value to the home?
The trick is if they're owned outright, which is far less common than if they're on a payment plan or leased, then they add, honestly, it's a pretty nominal amount of value. The challenge is like demonstrating it to an appraiser. Some buyers are a little more keen to get a house with solar if it's paid off. The challenge though that comes in, and if you guys have worked with it, then you're probably seeing the same thing. When a buyer is trying to buy it, whether it's a lease or a payment, then they have to qualify for that much more debt every month. So that can be a potential obstacle. Now here, they usually will break even. So if they have, let's say, $180 payment, then every month on the solar payment, then it's probably going to offset the cost of their electric bill by a comparable amount. So it's not actually taking more money out of their pocket, but certainly if you have a buyer who's maxing out their budget, then it can really throw a wrench in, the sale of a home that they really want if it has solar that has a payment on it.
So I am listening to you, but I'm looking at all my notifications. So for whatever reason, we are not linking up to Facebook, and I don't know why. Says it may be an issue on Facebook's side, but are y'all able to see it on Facebook? I'm sorry.
Let me look.
It's not. Okay, we're live but not live. I don't know. Okay, we'll finish it up and then I'll post it when we're done. I'm sorry. So
do you want to try like a fresh link? Because I'm on the event and it says the video should start soon.
So do you mind if I end it and try to restart it?
That's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
No worries.
No worries.
I'm going to end and try to restart.